Good evening. Today we have taken the topic for astrological analysis is why were online money games banned? An astrological explanation. The issue is uncommon, but as astrologer we must able to analyze the uncommon situation also astrologically is my belief. Traditional things are traditional, but we must able to analyze each and everything on this earth, each and every development on the earth astrologically, means through Hindu astrology. So I have taken up this topic for astrological analysis. I will request the viewers to remain attached to me for an interesting analysis going forward. The topic is why were online money games banned in India? An astrological explanation. Explanation means we will be analyzing. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all. Before we start our analysis and discussion, prelude. While we appreciate the move of the authorities in banning online money games, as Hindu astrologers, we must find reasonable astrological answers to every development on the ground to take our ancient and time-tested Hindu astrology from new to newer heights to maintain pace with the developing times. Otherwise, astrology will be lagging behind. So, we must work on uncommon things. Everybody would able to give prediction about timing of marriage, timing of getting job. All these are very common. We must focus on uncommon things. When a person will recover from illness, all these are common things for an astrologer, for prediction. But we must take uncommon things for prediction. To take Hindu astrology, or you can say Vedic astrology, from new to newer heights. We have with us the most useful astrological tools like the Dasha system and the coinciding planetary transit to predict the timing of each event, and by using the same we can find astrological answers to every ground development. Astrological reasoning. We know that the third house of a horoscope represents games of all kinds, and Mars is the Karaka for physical games. Mars is the Karaka of physical games, significator. We know that the third house of a horoscope represents games of all kinds, and the fifth house of speculation from the third house will represent gambling games, that money games that has been banned by the government. Nice step, we appreciate, very nice step. Since the third house is the house of communication also, third house is not for gaming, it has many significations, of which game also comes in, because third house is about our physical fitness, games, everything. Since the third house is the house of communication, it also represents everything about internet and online activities. Online gaming means online activities. Mars is the Karaka of physical games, while Mercury, the third lord of the Kalpurush Kundli, Mercury is the third lord of Kalpurush Kundli, means natural zodiac, for his Gemini lordship, represents online activities. Rahu is the natural Karaka of speculation along with the fifth house. We see fifth house for speculation. And Rahu is the Karaka of speculation. Gambling. Speculation means gambling. I know the astrological factors that result in gain or loss through speculative activities, but I am not mentioning the same as a socially responsible person or a socially responsible astrologer. We know about whether a person will incur loss or gain through speculation. There are hints in the astrology. I have conducted research also from my side. I will not reveal all those things. Not going to reveal, because it will further into the instinct of speculation among the people. Astrological analysis to synchronize the move precisely the positive and welcome move of banning online money games. We will now synchronize. The relevant law came into effect from 21st or 22nd August 2025. Apart from speculation, the online money games had several other adverse impacts, and it was imperative to ban the online money games. That is why we appreciate such a law was required. Let us analyze the Independence Day Horoscope, Independence Day in short ID horoscope of India, along with the coinciding Vimshottari Dasha on 21st/22nd August 2025, when the law banning the online money game came into effect for an astrological academic insight. We are only doing academic exercise. Unless we do academic exercise on uncommon things, we are not able to take astrology to newer heights and to maintain pace with the developing situation. We are not able to do it. Academic exercises are most important. Predicting somebody's marriage or when a person will get a job or when will person visit abroad, all these are very common things. Effect for an astrological academic insight. We shall also analyze Drekkana Chart for a microscopic analysis of the third house of games from the perspective of misusing the online games for speculative purposes. It was not only misused for speculative purposes, it had many adverse impacts also. Let us leave it. It is the Independence Day Horoscope of India. All laws everything come under the purview of the Independence Day Horoscope of India. Whatever laws are being framed, we have to analyze those laws from the Independence Day Horoscope of India, which is very reliable horoscope. Rahu is in the ascendant. Mars is in the second house Gemini. Moon, Mercury, Saturn, Venus, Sun, all are in the third house. Moon, Mercury, Saturn, Venus, Sun, all are in the third house Cancer. In sixth house, from Lagna, Libra, Jupiter is there, and in the seventh house, there is Ketu. If we take third house into consideration, we have to take third house as the pivot for this analysis purpose, because third house represents all online activities with Mercury as the Karaka. Communication. Mercury is the significant planet of communication. So, we have to take Mercury, third house, into consideration for online gaming. Here Mars has little role to play as Karaka, because Mars represents physical gaming. You are playing football, you are playing kabaddi, all those under the signification of Mars. But when the question of internet comes, communication comes, all those are under Mercury, since he is the third lord of the Kal Purush Kundli, means natural zodiac. We have taken third house Cancer as our pivot. From third house Cancer, the fifth house is Scorpio. Isn't it? We have to analyze the fifth house. And sixth house is the house of laws. From third house, sixth house is the house of laws, because sixth house represents courts, disputes, everything, including laws. Because how will be fighting a case without laws? So sixth house is always the house of laws, LAWS, laws. The day when the relevant laws came into effect, the dosha was of Moon, Sun, and Venus. We have to remember Moon, Mahadasha, Sun, Antardasha, and Venus, Pratyantardasha. On 21st, 22nd August 2025, in the Independence Day Horoscope of India, Mahadasha of Moon, Antardasha of Sun, and Pratyantardasha of Venus prevailed on 21st and 22nd of. Let us first analyze Moon, the third lord, and the Mahadasha lord. Moon is at its last leg. From 9th of September, Mars Mahadasha will start. So Moon is at its last leg, and it has to remove all the cookies it put during its Mahadasha for the Mars to put fresh cookies. I am speaking in the term of the internet. So let it be. From Moon, Mahadasha, the fifth house is fifth house of speculation. Fifth house is always for speculation. It is one of the significations of the fifth house, and Rahu is the Karaka for speculation. Online gaming is a speculation, nothing. What is that? where money is involved, making stakes, bait, all those comes under the 5th house. You are playing a game by stakes, by putting some money or with speculation, for speculation. So 5th house occupies Ketu. It is not at all favorable. From Mercury also, the 5th house, Mercury means the 3rd lord in the Kalpurish Kundli, internet, etc. The Scorpio is the 5th house. And Scorpio is ruled by Mars. See his position. I have become unable to show the full horoscope. See, we have by now known who is the 5th lord in the Independence Day Horoscope of India. The 5th lord is Mars. Mahadasha is of Moon, Sun and Venus. All of them are in the Cancer. From Cancer, the 5th lord Mercury is in 12th house, Gemini. It is the 5th house, speculation. From Mercury, internet, gaming, online gaming. It is in the 12th house, the 5th lord. From the Mahadasha, Antardasha and Piktardasha lord. What is 12th house? Loss, banning. Means loss to those who hitherto speculate, indulging in money gains. So, it is quite clear in the Independence Day Horoscope that ban will come, and ban has come. It is the most welcome step. We appreciate any kind of banning of any kind of speculation and speculative exercise, because it drags people into the financial problem. They incur loss, run into poverty. So speculation need not be encouraged by anybody. Speculation need to be discouraged. I have narrative also. I have written narrative that I will read out. In the ID horoscope of India, the 3rd house is Cancer, and from the 3rd house and the 3rd lord, we have seen Moon is also in the 3rd house, who is the 3rd lord. The 5th house of speculation is Scorpio with Ketu therein. Ketu doesn't support speculation. Rahu supports. Ketu will land you in monetary problem if you indulge in speculation, speculative exercise, including share market. Ketu doesn't support share market. Trading, I am talking about trading. I am not talking about investment or something else. That I don't talk. Investment may be something somebody may be earning profit, may have capital gains through investment in the share market. That is a different thing. But for traders, I don't think they are making money in India. I don't think, with Ketu in the 5th house, I am doing a big mistake. Actually, the 5th house from the Lagna is Virgo. About speculative games I am speaking about. No, sorry, I have distracted from the main issue. I will read out the narratives. In the ID horoscope of India, the 3rd house is Cancer, and from the 3rd house and the 3rd lord, the 5th house of speculation is Scorpio with Ketu therein. The 3rd lord, Moon, and the natural Karaka of online activities, Mercury are also in the third house of Cancer. Mercury is the Karaka of online activities, communication, are also in the third house of Cancer. The Rahu-Ketu axis, of which Rahu is the natural Karaka of speculative activities, prevails along the 5-11 axis from the third house of games. The Vimshottari Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha that was prevalent on 21st and 22nd August 2025 in the Independence Day Horoscope of India was of Moon, Sun, Venus, all are in the third house of Cancer, as I have already narrated, explained on the horoscope. If we look at the fifth lord, Mars of speculative gaming, from the third house of Cancer, we find that Mars is in the 12th house of loss/ban in Gemini from the MDL Moon, ADL Sun and the PDL Venus in the third house of Cancer of online gaming. Third house is online gaming also, especially when Mercury is there. Moreover, Mars, the fifth lord of speculation from the third house of gaming, is in the 12th house of loss/ban from Mercury, who is the Karaka of online activities within bracket communication, and the natal fifth lord of speculation. Mercury is also the natal fifth lord for his Virgo lordship. As such, Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha indicated the time of bringing such a positive legislation. Legislation means laws. Mars is in the malicious 3-8th house of Gemini from the 5th house of speculation. Mars is not in a good position from the 5th house. It is in the 8th house, Gemini, whereas 5th house is Scorpio. If we count from Scorpio, Gemini is the 8th house, and 5th lord Mars is there. Mars is in the malicious 8th house of Gemini from the 5th house of speculation, from the third house of online gaming. Vis-a-vis, Scorpio is occupied by Ketu, a negative planet for speculation, for online money gaming. In transit, 3 major planets, Saturn, Jupiter and Mars. I will tell, I am just telling. Saturn is in the Pisces. Jupiter is now transiting in Gemini. Saturn is transiting in Pisces. And Mars is presently transiting through Virgo. What is the ether? I will show. And then you read the narrative. I will show it on the horoscope. It is the 5th house from the third house. It is the 6th house. Sagittarius is the 6th house. Saturn is transiting in Pisces at 7, and by his 10th aspect has been influencing the 6th house from the third house. Jupiter is in Gemini, and through his 7th aspect has been aspecting Sagittarius, which is the 6th house of laws from the third house of speculation, from the third house of online gaming. Mars is presently transiting through Virgo, and through his fourth aspect, he has been aspecting Sagittarius, which is the sixth house from the third house of gaming. So, the transit indicated, showed that a law may come during such a transit. And the law came. Just explain through horoscope, it will be easier for us to understand. I will read the narrative also. In transit, three major planets, that is Saturn, Jupiter and Mars, have been aspecting the sixth house of Sagittarius from the third house of gaming. The sixth house from any house represents laws relevant to the house concerned. From any house. Sixth house is the laws, house of law. From seventh house of your marital partner or partner, whatever may be. What is the sixth house from seventh house? It is the 12th house. And 12th house represents marital law. We can analyze it in the Independence Day Horoscope of India through Aries. See, I'll show. It is the seventh house in the Independence Day Horoscope of India, Scorpio. Go to the sixth house. First 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can analyze the marital dispute through the 12th house. The necessary laws would also be through the 12th house in the case of ID Horoscope of India, marital laws. Clear? Now I think it has been clear to us. Sixth house is the house of love. Since it represents courts, legal activities, disputes, everything. In transit, three major planets, that is Saturn, Jupiter and Mars, have been aspecting the sixth house of Sagittarius from the third house of gaming. The sixth house from any house represents laws relevant to the house concerned, from which it is the sixth house. As such, Dasha and the planetary transit clearly indicated the time of bringing the promotion and regulation of online gaming bill 2025. Convinced? Astrology can find out everything if we don't remain so if we come out from our what is called out of box thinking. Astrologer should not remain in a box way of thinking that I will only predict marriage, this thing, profession, childbirth, property, and will not go beyond that. Why not? Why not? We should not go beyond that. How will take our ancient Hindu astrology to maintain pace with the developing situation if you don't carry out academic exercises? It may look boring, but it is very important for academic purpose. It will show us path. Every laws we would able to predict through analysis of the horoscope of a country. No problem. Which law will come, we can able to analyze, we can predict each and everything. on the earth. We can predict. If we come out from our what is called as circle or squared thinking, otherwise we would not able to predict. Unless we carry out analysis, research, how we will take out our Hindu Jyotish to maintain pace with the developing situation. Thanks. Now let us glance through the Drekkana horoscope. It is the Drekkana horoscope. Lagna is the same taras with Rahu in it. I think I am not able to show you the second house. I have to bring down the what is called the horoscope. Jupiter and Mars is in the second house. Moon is in the third house as third lord. Mercury and Ketu is in the seventh house, which is fifth house from the third house. Saturn, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, Sun are in the 11th house, Pisces. In the Drekkana, the MDL moon is in the third house of communication. We have seen it in the horoscope. In the Drekkana horoscope, is in the third house of communication and online gaming. With the sixth lord Jupiter, loves. Sixth house always of loves. By now we have come to know. And the fifth lord Mars, speculation, from the third house in the 12th house of losses of pain in Gemini from the MDL moon. MDL moon, it is in the 12th house. MDL moon is in the Cancer, and Mars, which continued to be the fifth lord in the Drekkana horoscope, is in the 12th house, including Jupiter, the sixth lord. ADL Sun and the PDL Venus are in Pisces with Saturn, who is the eighth lord of ban / prohibition from the third house of Cancer, and the third lord moon of online gaming through the internet, medium of online communication and activities. ADL Sun and PDL Venus are in Pisces with Saturn, who is the eighth lord of ban / prohibition from the third house of Cancer, and the third lord moon of online gaming through internet / medium of online communication and activities. Let us see in the Drekkana chart. See, it is the third house Cancer, it is the seventh house Capricorn, and it is the eighth house Aquarius. Saturn is the lord, the Antardasha lord, and Paitantardasha lord is with the eighth lord. Is with the eighth lord. 12th, 8th always negate something. It is the negative house from a house. The 12th house and the 8th house are the negative house from the signification house, from the significant house, from the significant planet. 8th house and the 8th lord, 12th house and the 12th lord. In case of bad activities, they will do the good, and in case of good activities, it will harm the good activities. 8th house and 8th lord. It is the rule. 8th house, 8th lord, 12th house, 12th lord. 12th house is the loss from any house. means winning. Attrition. 12th house is the house of losses and attrition. And 12th house and the 12th lord from any house will negate the significations of the house concerned. And the 8th house and the 8th lord. Because they are the 3rd lord from the signification house. We have seen it this para. Ideal Sun and PDL Venus we have seen. Justified it. Mercury, the Karaka of online gaming through the internet, is afflicted by Ketu in the 5th house of speculation from the 3rd house of gaming and has been aspecting Rahu, the Karaka of speculation and gambling. It will happen in our country. It has happened because of this. See Mercury, the Karaka of internet communication. It has been affecting Rahu, the Karaka of speculation. So tendency will be there. So ban is required. We have read up to this. Nothing will take place on the earth without sound astrological reasons. We are breathing because of astrological reasons and will stop breathing also due to astrological reasons. Because Hindu astrology is a divine science and moves according to the wishes of the Hindu Divine Almighty, Vishnu Bhagavan, the sustainer of the life of the Hindus. Vishnu Bhagavan is the sustainer of life. Brahma is the creator. Brahma Bhagavan is the creator. Vishnu Bhagavan is the sustainer. And Shiv Bhagavan is the destroyer for good reason. For good reason only. He is very sympathetic. Shiv Bhagavan. Nobody is sympathetic than him. You can please him very easily. But for bad things he destroyed. Bad things he will destroy. There are that Hindu Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. They have these 3 roles. Brahma is the creator, Vishnu Bhagavan is the sustainer, and Shiv Bhagavan, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and Mahesh Bhagavan is the destroyer of bad things. I am repeating, he is not destroyer. He destroys the bad thing only. Bad thing should not happen. Anything bad taking place, he will destroy it. If you have liked the video, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe for more such astrological analytical videos with deeper insight. It will give me inspiration, motivation to bring such analytical video on which our Hindu Jyotish Shastra is going to progress and maintain pace with the developing situation. Without analysis and research, we cannot take our ancient Hindu Jyotish Shastra to newer heights to maintain pace with the developing situation. We have to analyze. We have to research It should not be objective to make astrology for the purpose of livelihood only. It is not bad, but we must, when we are doing something, when something is helping us, we must contribute to it also. Na? And we can contribute through research and analysis. Thanks for watching. I am a full astrological author, analyst and researcher. I have not made astrology as my profession. Thanks for watching. Once again, happy Ganesh Chaturthi.